Hello everybody, and welcome back. Last time, well, we finished the game. We confronted Omega and Dr. Bile, and we learned the truth. That Omega had been in possession of the original body of Zero. This time, we're going to go over a few of the unlockable modes and minigames. So, let's get started. First, let's go over hard mode. So, you unlock hard mode simply by beating the game, and you can activate it by holding the L button while selecting New Game. If you hear that sound, that means that you probably got it right. I'm going to just skip this intro since we've seen this already. And then, you'll know right away if you did it right because, well, Zero has the same look as he did in Mega Man Zero 2. Specifically, his protoform. So, in hard mode, your C-Buster and your C-Saber cannot perform a fully charged attack. So we're back to what we come to expect from the Mega Man Zero series. Aside from that, you cannot use any Cyber-Ups at all. You only see the list of Cyber-Ups, which in this case is nothing because we haven't collected any. Aside from that, unlike in previous games, you don't seem to take any extra damage from enemies. And I did a comparison and it doesn't seem to be the case. So, I will have to say though that for this game I would say hard mode is actually much more manageable than it was previously. Because, even though we don't get a fully charged attack with a C-Saber or C-Buster, you can still perform a fully charged attack with your Shield Boomerang and your Recoil Rod, which we don't have on hand right now, but trust me, you can. And in fact, in my playthrough through hard mode, I ended up relying on them quite a bit. I would end up using the Recoil Rod as my main weapon and the Shield Boomerang as my sub-weapon. Aside from that, you can still collect the body chips as well as the head chips and foot chips. So you can get the double jump, shadow dash and auto charge head chip. And even though we don't really get access to the any Cyber-Ups, you can still get the two sub-tanks from the Old Residential and the Forest of Another. So if you're having trouble with the bosses, make sure that you collect those. And also, EX skills are not available, because even if you beat a boss with an A rank, you still don't get it. And finally, cyberspace is for the most part disabled, with one notable exception. You can actually go into cyberspace in the Sub-Arcadia stage, meaning that the game gives you the ability to fight Phantom, and I suggest you do, because you can indeed get the Ultima foot chip, and that can really make all the difference in the world. Yeah, we have to fight Omega, but even in hard mode this fight is still really easy. I think we'll take him out and then we'll switch over to ultimate mode. Alright, let's head back to the title screen. Alright, now on to Ultimate Mode. You unlock Ultimate Mode simply by collecting every single secret disc. As to how you activate it, well, all you have to do is hold the R button while selecting New Game. And similar to what happened with Hard Mode, you'll hear a small sound, and you should be able to tell straight away if you got it right. And there we go. So yeah, Zero has a similar appearance than what he had in Mega Man Zero 2. Though I do have to say that I prefer this much more than the Ultimate Mode appearance for Zero 2. Mostly because of the hair and skin. Zero look a bit too pale in Mega Man Zero 2. So, as to what the main difference is, well, for one, you already start off with 2 sub-tanks. These are the ones that you get from the 2 Nerd Cyber-Elves. We already have every single Cyber-Elf on hand. And we also have all of their effects already. As you can see, we have the full life bar. We have all the different combo attacks for the Sea Saber. And as well as a few other abilities that may not really come across here. We have the double effect of healing items and E-crystals. We start off with pretty much every single head chip. You don't get the body chips, you simply unlock them by defeating the bosses. And even though you get the ultimate chip, the ultimate food chip, you don't really get every single food chips. They don't give you any that you get from bosses. So you don't get the quick food chip that you will get from Copy X, the double jump from Cupid Foxstar, the spike from Glacier, and the shadow from Voltil Bibli. But you only need the ultimate food chip. And also, similar to how it worked in Mega Man Zero 2, there are some specific inputs that if you apply, you can perform your charge attacks more quickly. Though I am absolutely dreadful at doing it, so I'm going to give it a try, but there we go. There we go. So I'll just put them up on screen there, in case you're curious. But yeah. Alright, let's take care of Omega yet again. We'll take him out and then we'll head back to the title screen and go over the minigames. I should be ashamed that I took some damage, but I'm just fooling around here. There we go. Alright, back to the title screen. Right, moving on to the minigames. We'll do this in the order that you would normally unlock them. So first off, we have the Zero minigame. You unlock this simply by beating the game, on any difficulty. Rules. Aim with control pad and use the B button to hit melnets with the recoil rod. Different color melnets are harder and require 2 shots or a charge shot. 3 misses and it's a game over. So it is a recoil rod minigame, and to be perfectly honest, I don't much care for it. So yeah, you have 3 different positions in which they can attack you from either side, and you have to make sure they don't touch you. And some of them require for you to charge the attack or be faster, which I'm not. I'm actually quite terrible at this minigame, to be perfectly honest. I think we'll just play until I lose, which should be quick, soon enough, really. And then we'll move on to the next one. See, the normal ones are not really an issue. It's the ones that you require to... I can never charge the attack quick enough. Alright, moving on to the CL minigame. So, this one you unlock by finishing the game with an S rank. Guide 5 colored jewels to the right colored beaker. The jewels will take all possible turns. Use the A button or B button to open or close path. 3 misses and it's game over. Also, the music that you're listening to here might sound familiar. It is the one that I always use for the outro. Okay, let's see here. That should be fine. Yeah, this one is pretty much a freebie. Next is... should do it. So far so good. make it? Yeah. There we go. And we got a crystal and a few extra points. Nope. Nope, I messed it up already. I am just awful at this. That's fine. Green, green. There we go. Yellow. Damn it. And blue. Nope. Well, I did say I was quite terrible at these games. Alright, moving on. Copy X. You unlock this one by beating the game on hard mode. I'm not entirely sure if you need to get an S rank on hard mode. I think just beating it normally will do it. Using 3 elements. Destroy panels on a belt conveyor. The L button and R button change elements. B button attacks. Thunder on ice, ice on fire, fire on thunder. 3 misses and it's a game over. I kinda wish that they gave you an ability to... It's a bit of a shame that... Wrong one. Copy X has so many different moves. I just wish that for his minigame you actually got to control him. And while talking I completely messed up. But yeah, you get the idea. Right, moving on to Harpuya. The way of unlocking this is actually rather difficult. You basically have to play through the whole game while only using the C saber, and there's a similar minigame that you unlock by simply using the C buster. However, because of the stone blocks in the forest of Another, you do need to use the recoil rod in order to get through those. But the game won't make a fuss as long as you don't take out any enemies with the recoil rod. So you have to play through the whole game with the C saber, while occasionally switching to the recoil rod for that specific stage. And once you do, you'll unlock this minigame. Riding Aztec Falcon, jump over obstacles and slash foes. A button for jump, B button to slash. And when you get hit 3 times, crash or fall in a pit. So as funny as the image of Harpuya riding Falcon when he can already fly, I have to say that I don't much care for this minigame either. Again, I really wish that it gave you the ability to control Harpuya. But I guess we had to wait for the Mega Man CX series for that. Alright. I know I'm skipping Fafnir and Leviathan, but I want to show Phantom because he's the one that you get by playing through the game and only using the C buster. Jump from one shuriken to another. Use the control pad to move. A button to jump ends when hit 3 times or you fall from a shuriken. This one actually is not too bad. And I completely messed it up. I'm going to give it one more try. In case you haven't noticed, I haven't really been practicing these minigames that much. There we go. Come on. Can I make it to 350? Let's see. Yep. Well, not gonna lie, I was really having some fun there. Alright, back to Fafnir and Leviathan. The unlocking criteria for both of them is the same. You have to play through the whole game and end with a perfect score of 100 on every single stage, so it is quite difficult. For that, I actually suggest that you play through Ultimate mode. Alright, let's go to Fafnir's first. Stop carrier arms from taking the items. Control pad to move Fafnir, B button to fire Meteor Rain. Score bonus points when items drop, game ends when an item is taken. So yeah, you can just move Fafnir and you can shoot with the B button. This game is not too bad. The one thing that I don't really like is that you lose the moment you lose one item. It should be once you lose all four. Or at least more than one. Uh-oh. Well, I did better than I expected, to be honest. Alright, on to the final one. Move Leviathan with the control pad, B button for spear. Earn score and time by hitting all the mechanoids. Consecutive hits score bonus points, game ends when timer runs out. So, this game actually reminds me of I think it was a mobile game, like one of those very old ones. I wanted you to get like almost like Snake. I remember I had a similar game to that in I think my first phone ever, but all you had to do basically is you were a small fish and you had to eat the bigger fish, and eventually you become like a huge fish, and you had to avoid taking out a specific kind of fish because otherwise you would lose some points. But yeah, it was kind of fun, and I accidentally hit a good fish, let's say. And I messed it up. Well, yeah, this is actually kind of fun. If I had to say, I think Leviathans and Phantoms are probably my favorite ones. Alright, so I think this is enough for now. We do still have a few things that I want to go over, but I'll leave that for next episode. And since I don't really have any good place to put this on, here you can listen to the victory lines for the 8 gentle judges in the final stage. See you guys then. Yeah! Inscribe his name on the world. Our ruler, Dr. Bile. You sure are slow-witted. The time has passed you by. Go back home. Back to the depths, where you slept all those years away. Chicka chicka chicka! Watch as I slice your old world and all your friends to ribbons. Chicka chicka! Good night, little boy. I don't expect you'll wake again. Tehehehe. Ha! Those who disrupt Lord Bile's world must face my wrath. Look at you! You're broken now! There's not enough meat on your bones. I'm still hungry.